sure most of you know what a compost pile is, but how many of you have actually been inside of a compost pile? Well, come along with us, because that's where we're heading. And the first character we'll meet is Lionel, a low-down, dirty worm.
Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, living in the compost pile. Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, with his dirty little low-down smile. He slithers and he slunks all the night and day at the bottom of the compost pile. He squiggles and he squirms in his wormish way. He's lived there for a wormish while. Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, living in the compost pile. Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, with his dirty little low-down smile. It isn't 'cause Lionel is unkind, it's not because Lionel's mean. It isn't 'cause Lionel is quite blind, his smile's just never been seen. But he's smiling down there in the compost pile, and if you look close you'll see a dirty little Lionel's low-down smile, as bright as any smile can be. Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, he's living in the compost pile. Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, with his dirty little low-down smile. So let's take a walk to the compost pile, where the earth and the kitchen meet. We'll carry some food scraps and some leaves, so Lionel have plenty to eat. 'Cause if we feed Lionel, he'll feed us, and if you look close you'll see the world is just a great big compost pile. There's nowhere more special to be than with Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, he's living in the compost pile. Lionel, the low-down, dirty worm, with his dirty little low-down smile, his down and dirty Lionel smile.
Lionel is not the only little creature living in the compost pile. There's a whole family of fungus called mycorrhizae who also help to turn leftover food, grass clippings, and leaves into fresh new soil.
Oh, the source of all that lives and breathes may look like one big mess, but it's a magic mix of food and leaves and scraps from nature's dress. Nature sews it back together, nature knits it to one piece, and with the help of mycorrhizae, it grows beauty and a feast. Oh, magic mycorrhizae, you are fungus, it is true. But without our mycorrhizae, we would soon be fungus too.
If your soil is too sandy, it helps to hold the water in. If your soil is wet with clay, it helps to drain it out again. It helps to fix our terra firm that time and tide erodes. And more than that, it helps defy those voracious nematodes.
Oh, magic mycorrhizae, you are fungus, it is true.
But without our mycorrhizae, we would soon be fungus too.
So support your mycorrhizae, don't go holding on your nose and saying that it's stinky. What it's good for no one knows, for it's good for everything that lives. It's good for you and me. Please don't kill our mycorrhizae. Keep your garden chemical free. Oh, magic mycorrhizae, you are fungus, it is true.
But without our mycorrhizae, we would soon be fungus too.
Oh, microscopic mycorrhizae, you are fungus, it is true. But without our mycorrhizae, we would soon be fungus too.
But not everybody wants to live in a compost pile. Some people would prefer to live in a house, and some people would prefer to live in a palace, which is about as far as you can get from a compost pile. And how do you afford to live in a palace? Well, here's a king to tell us how.
I am the king.
He is the king.
I own it all. I've got to build another shopping mall.
He's got to build another shopping mall.
I'll sell you things that you don't need. Yes, that's the way to satisfy my greed.
Yes, that's the way to satisfy his greed.
I am the king.
He is the king.
And you'll be lucky to work all day in my stinking factory. Oh, well, I'll be rich, and y'all have just enough to spend it buying all my useless stuff.
We'll spend it buying all his useless stuff.
I am the king.
He is the king.
And you'll go far. Just get off your gardens and hop in your car.
We'll get off our gardens and hop in our cars.
Down to the mall and spend. Make sure the good life for the king will never end.
Make sure the good life for the king will never end. Twinkies and ding-dongs and devil dodge donuts, burgers and bagels, french fries and cold cuts, covered in mayonnaise with Velveeta cheese. And these are some bargains that don't grow on trees. Canned fruits and frozen and half-baked confections, preserved and pre-sealed pretentious selections, sold for the price of a song and your soul. These are some bargains that never grow moldy. Vacuum cleaners, special offers, no one can refuse. You spend all your money to save all your time. What have you got to lose? Discounts on dustpans and door frames and tires, computers, you need to account your desires. Pots made of plastic and knickknacks of paste, pleasing the palate of popular taste. Teflon and Tupperware, Nutramax diets, microwave ovens that kill you so quiet. Buy 10 TV sets and get one that's free. These are some bargains you really don't need. Reebok sneakers, special offers on all styles of shoes. Wear 6 pairs at once and we'll give you some socks. What have you got to lose? What have you got? What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose?
My goodness, how are we ever going to get back to the garden? It seems like the earth has a bellyache. Too much is going on. I think we better get some help from Lionel and his friends.
One morning in my garden, while wandering through my weeds, I wondered why my garden wasn't caring for my needs. As I watched its flowers crying, a fruitful thought I had. I wasn't caring for my garden, that's why my garden looked so sad. The worms, when will we come to terms with life on earth? how much it's worth to care for and cultivate our worms. At the bottom of my garden, no fairies did I own, no worms, no bugs, no beetles, it was far too overgrown. So I took some time off working, borrowed a rake and hoe, and now me and my garden, we watch each other bloom and grow. Oh, with the worms, when will we come to terms with life on earth? How much it's worth to care for and cultivate our worms. One morning over breakfast, eggs and toast and hash, I couldn't eat all my breakfast, so I tossed them in the trash. Then I thought about my garden, and suddenly I knew all the life there in my garden might like to eat some breakfast too, especially who? The worms, the worms. When will we come to terms with life on earth? How much it's worth to care for and cultivate our worms. So now I feed my garden, and everywhere I see lots of worms and bugs and beetles, lots of food for you and me. My fairies, they are dancing around my compost pile. I feel their fairy cycles turn my breakfast into soil and smile. The worms, when will we come to terms with life on earth? How much it's worth to care for and cultivate our worms. Well, in the winter when it freezes, my garden goes to sleep. Icicles on my ivy, snow on my compost heap. I don't want to disturb it, so I build myself a bin with a bedding of leaves and paper scraps to keep my worms in compost in till the spring. Oh, then the worms, they will return. It's life on earth for all it's worth. Let's learn from and listen to our worms. Well, I want you to believe this, it's as true as we're alive. Little worms can turn this earth into a place we all can thrive. Through careful cultivation, our minds and bodies will blend, and our hearts like worms that turn the earth will turn each other into friends. The worms, when will we come to terms with life on earth? How much it's worth to care for and cultivate our worms. One more time. The worms, we have to come to terms with life on earth. How much it's worth, let's cheer on and celebrate our worms.
And that's how you do it. The ultimate in composting. Well, what are we all about? I think what we're trying to say is that you can live simply and be close to the earth. And that is a fun way to live. Listen, you can hear the earth breathe.
Listen, you can hear the earth breathe. Hear the song of the leaves falling down from the trees. Sometimes we refuse to believe if we can't hear the world's softest sounds. We've been living too far from the ground. Come where the flowers live down to the garden, where everything is kind and free. You can share it with me if you choose. Let me show you where it can be found, in a place that's so close to the ground. Don't rush or you'll pass it by. Please let it catch your eye. Don't ever think you're a fool to be living a love undisguised, trying hard to believe what you found. A life that's lived close to the ground. If you've once know her close to you, listened and heard her, too beautiful to let slip away. In this place here we always will stay, and our hearts will always echo the sound. It's so lovely living close to the ground. If you've once known her close to you, listened and heard her, too beautiful to let slip away. In this place here we always will stay, and our hearts will always echo the sound. It's lovely living close to the ground. I've lived in this world for a lifetime, it seems. I've crossed many bridges, chased many dreams. I've smelled many flowers and planted some seeds, but the roots here I'm tending fulfill all my needs. I'm an organic farmer, the earth is my home. I've lived here forever, though once I did roam. But now I've decided the place I shall grow is the earth here I dig and I rake and I hoe. I don't spray my veggies, I trust that the land will settle its differences how nature planned. I sweet talk my weeds and no bug is a pest. I promise them part of my wholesome harvest. I'm an organic farmer, the earth is my home. I've lived here forever, though once I did roam. But now I've decided the place I shall grow is the earth here I dig and I rake and I hoe. The city, it's teeming with people and things. It's crowded, it's noisy, oh sometimes it sings. But the songs I'm now learning, for all I am worth, are the heart-melting songs of this magical earth. I'm an organic farmer, the earth is my home. I've lived here forever, though once I did roam. But now I've decided the place I shall grow is the earth here I dig and I rake and I hoe. Organic means nothing is wasted or lost. Accounting the kind is accounting the cost. The fruit that you foster's the fruit you'll be fed. I'll be a farmer forever, even after I'm dead. I'm an organic farmer, the earth is my home. I've lived here forever, though once I did roam. But now I've decided the place I shall grow is the earth here I dig and I rake and I hoe, I hoe. Down by Canal Street there's a piece of land, wasted for so many years, untouched by human hand. Except to dump its trash there, it's a shame. No one will blame We'll just reclaim it on the grounds of our recreation. We'll work together till our garden grows. We cleared away the garbage to reveal the soil. We turned the earth for all it's worth, much more than gold and oil. We planted the seeds that soon will be the roots and greens feeding you and me. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll work together till our garden grows. We invited all the neighbors and anyone who cared to enjoy the fruits of labors. With everyone we shared, we declared this a place that's safe and sound. The children came from miles around. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll work together till our garden grows. The seeds, they were donated, the compost, it was free, from all the people who believed in our community. Goodwill will prevail, if so do we, and so let's see all that we can be. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll work together while our garden grows. Now all around the city there are plots of land reclaimed from desolation by those who understand. It's not what you own, but what you share that makes you feel like a millionaire. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll work together while our garden grows. Life's not easy in the city, for nature and for man, and for woman and for everyone, but we must believe we can plant a seed in our mind and in our hearts, and trust the earth, it'll play its part. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll work together while our garden grows. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll play together while our garden grows. On the grounds of our recreation, we'll grow together while our garden grows. Leave salmon, come and fish here. In the pool in my garden where the fish never swim, shark never bite, there's no fear of falling in. Oh, leave salmon, come and fish here. In the spring you can sing with the birds and the bees. In the fall you can fish from a nest made of leaves. Oh, leave salmon, come and fish here. In the summer you can dance with the flowers and the trees. In the fall you can fish in a lake full of leaves. Oh, leave salmon, come and fish here. In the winter you can sail to an Iceland of snow. In the fall you can fish in an ocean of gold. Oh, leave salmon, come and fish here. There are fish in my hair, fish up my nose. There are fish blowing round as the fall wind blows. Oh, leave some, come and fish here. Okay, I admit it. I buy things. I need to buy things. I don't need to borrow things. I don't need to steal things. I'm not a criminal. I'm an all-consuming, uncomplicated shopaholic. Too busy shopping to simply sing and dance and frolic. Oh, well, I buy things all the day, but then I throw them all away. I guess you'd say my life was not bucolic. I've got 19 TV sets, 15 VCRs, 12 stereo systems, and 7 separate cars. Well, I know it's all agreed, I got a lot more than I need. Still, I'll go and buy my dog a 3-piece suit, and I'll buy my cat a tonic.
Cat a tonic?
'Cause I'm an all-consuming, uncomplicated shopaholic. Too busy shopping to simply sing and dance and frolic. Oh, well, I buy things all the day, then I stash that trash away. I guess you'd say my life was not bucolic. Well, magazines were made to keep us in the know. Well, I know this because they always tell me so. Well, if we don't know what the trends are, we can never really go that far, and we won't know when it's the right time for us to panic. You can't have too many things in this life. It's things that make the world go around. And I know you can't buy love, but I'm not trying to buy love. If I buy 6 pairs of shoes, it's not because I'm trying to make somebody love me. It's because they're on sale. I think I can safely say I'll never have nothing. So long as I'm an all-consuming, uncomplicated shopaholic. Too busy shopping to simply sing and dance and frolic. Oh, well, I buy things all the day, but then I throw most of them away. 'Cause it's buying accounts. I guess you'd say my life was not bucolic. Well, ketchup is something carefully to cross it. On every little thing, some ketchup I'll deposit. Oh, well, I'd hate to live without. Life would be dull without a doubt. I've got 3,672 plastic bottles of it in my closet. Well, isn't it wonderful now that everything is electronic? My doorbell and my toilet flush is supersonic. I got a toothbrush for every tooth. I got 3,672 lives for every truth. Mine's a bargain basement life overstuffed with things and promise. 'Cause I'm an all-consuming, uncomplicated shopaholic. Too busy shopping to simply sing and dance and frolic. Well, I buy things all the day, then I throw them all away. I guess you'd say my life was not bucolic.
What's bucolic mean anyway?
Bucolic means living peacefully in tune with nature. Strictly for the birds, man. Bye now, or somebody else will do it first.
They are the first when the day's begun to catch the beams from the morning sun. They do no harm, they simply grow. Trees are the kindest things I know. They give us fruit, they give us wood to eat and to build our houses good. They do no harm, they simply grow. Trees are the kindest things I know. They spread a shade for sleepy cows. Birds can nest among their boughs. They do no harm, they simply grow. Trees are the kindest things I know. They are the last to hold the light when evening changes into night. They do no harm, they simply grow. Trees are the kindest things I know. And as the moon floats in the sky, they hum a drowsy lullaby for sleepy children now and long ago. Trees are the kindest things I know. Oh, I'm glad to say we're on our way. If we compost tomorrow, left over today, the seasons of life we will forever blend. What goes to the beginning comes back from the end. Not far from town there's a dump of waste ground. It just stands still 'cause it can't go around. There's no air in the middle, so no life at the top. No toing and no freeing, it's just a full stop. I'm glad to say we're on our way. Total recycling is here to stay. So don't trash your apple or banana peel if you wanna keep growing, if you wanna get real. Junk, it'll make your flesh creep. There's so many things in the cell so cheap, but life is so much richer in a compost heap. I'm glad to say now death and decay is simply rebirthing of another day. And nothing is wasted, no molecules lost if we all dance together in a pile of compost. Nutshells, eggshells, coffee grounds, they come from the earth and they could go back around. Don't just keep them in your barrel, it will only make trash. compost with your wood chips and ash. I'm glad to say we're on our way. We'll be fertile tomorrow if we aerate today, and it will never smell bad if you treat it right. You turn it every morning and you pack it up tight. And there's still time if we make a start. Plant some flowers and plant some trees. All this life that's been broken apart, we can put it back together and live in one piece. I'm glad to say, I'm happy to sing. Compost is such a fundamental thing. It will freshen our air up and our soil replete. If we always compost, we'll be always complete. Oh, I'm glad to say we're on our way. If we compost tomorrow, left over today, the seasons of life we will forever blend. What goes to the beginning comes back from the end. What goes to the beginning comes back from the end. What goes to the beginning comes back from the end. Compost! Lives in the city on the 57th floor up high. She works a computator, rides the elevator. She's never walked a single mile. She's never ever seen an unbaked bean. She lives on television, telephone time, and you can tell by her belly she eats too many jelly buns. You'll never see her jogging by. Alison McVitie was born in the city, in the city. She'll probably die. She's never seen a mountain, just a metal water fountain. She rarely sees the grass or sky. She's got a daffodil upon her windowsill. She's had it for a long, long time. Made of plastic and paint, so it seems what it ain't. It was born so it never would die. And that's the sum of it. It doesn't change a bit. She's never really seen this flower smile. She's seen a subway train, she's even seen it rain, but she's never seen a compost pile. But what goes up should come down. Whoever can frown should smile. And whatever goes around and around and around will be at home in the compost pile. Alison McCurdy lives in suburbia in typically suburban style. She keeps her trash in a plastic stash. She doesn't keep a compost pile. All her food scraps, all her yard waste, she carefully tucks inside. These plastic bags outside she drags with a wire strip twine and tie. 'Cause Alison thinks if something stinks, it's a capital suburban crime. Even if that smell could be nursed quite well if it's treated in a compost pile. 'Cause life, it seems, in Alison's dreams of suburban bliss come true, is a matter of good taste and endless waste. So it will endlessly seem brand new. But what goes up should come down. Whoever can frown should smile. And whatever goes around and around and around will be at home in the compost pile. lives in town with a cat called Pumpkin Pie. She works from 8 to 4 in the store next door, eats a dinner in the diner at 5. She likes everybody, everybody likes her. Nobody ever wonders why. She doesn't have a garden, she doesn't grow food, she doesn't keep a compost smile. Alison Brown, in the heart of town, has never in her life's design considered that the dirt drew her favorite shirt. No one told her the earth's alive. She's only got one dress, she doesn't leave a mess. You'll never hear her curse or whine, and it wouldn't cross her mind to be unkind or to ever keep a compost pile. But what goes up should come down, whoever can frown should smile, and whatever goes around and around and around will be at home in the compost pile. What goes up should come down, whoever can frown should smile, and whatever goes around and around and around will be at home in